皆さん、こんにちは。お帰りなさい. Welcome back to the Unit 6 of Level 2. Now, in this unit, we're going to be learning a very, very important concept of the Japanese grammar, which we call it honorific verbs or expressions. In Japanese, we call it keigo. So, before we get into the idea of the concept of the keigo, honorifics, think of this example. Let's say you're working for a company and you have a senior worker, and that senior worker is coming to your house today. You could say, 今日、先輩がうちに来ます。先輩がうちに来ます。Grammatically speaking, it's okay. Think of this example again. Next one. Do you drive a car, professor? You're talking to maybe your college professor and you ask him, Do you drive a car, professor? 先生は車を運転しますか? Both of these examples are grammatically okay, but socially speaking, not so good. Because the person you're talking to, this is your senior worker, and in this example, it's a professor. So these people are considered more socially, kind of more powerful than you. And when you talk to these people, you need to show respect to them somehow. So the person you should be paying respect to is basically people of higher status than you socially. So like your superior workers or teachers or bosses, or when you are maybe working at a store, then your customer is considered socially more powerful. Or like older people or talking to complete strangers on the street. In these examples, these people are considered socially more powerful than you, and you need to show politeness to them in the way you speak. So this is where the idea of honorific verbs come in. When you talk about these people's actions, you cannot really use the normal verbs like kimasu or shimasu. It's better to use the honorific verbs. So these honorific verbs carry the same meaning, but just they show the respect to the action doer. So for example, iku, kuru, or iru. These are the honorific. In honorific, we turn it into irasharu, irashaimasu, in the mass form, irashaimasu. So someone is irashaimasu, someone is there, someone is going there, but you're just paying respect to them. It's more politeful. Iru turns to oshaimasu, kureru to kudasaimasu, suru to nasaimasu. So completely different shape. Miru turns to goran ni narimasu. 食べる、飲む turns to 召し上がります。寝る to お休みになります。So these honorific verbs are special honorific verbs that you have to memorize. So another example, if you think of your president, 社長, of course, socially more powerful. So 社長は出張でアメリカにいらっしゃいます。So not アメリカにいます, it's いらっしゃいます。So the president, Sir Man, is in the US on a business trip. 先輩、お茶を召し上がりますか? So instead of お茶を飲みますか? We say お茶を召し上がりますか? Because it's 先輩。木村さんのお兄さん。Maybe so this person doesn't know Kimura-san's brother, so it's completely stranger. So paying respect to that person, Kimura-san's brother. 木村さんのお兄さんがペンをくださいました。So くれました turned to くださいました。So these honorific verbs are very important, and in the lesson, we're going to be practicing these honorific expressions, and also we're going to be learning under what situation we should be using these verbs. So in relation to that special honorific, there is kind of more other honorific expressions of the other verbs. So we looked at some of the honorific expressions like いらっしゃいます or くださいます。Obviously, these are not all the verbs we have. There's like many other verbs out there. And for these verbs that do not have the special honorific forms, we can apply this formula to turn these verbs into honorific forms. So, お verb stem になる. So, 読む, for example, to read. You can take 読みます into stem. So, stem meaning ます form minus ます. So, 読みます stem is 読み. お読みになる. お読みになる. This is someone reads something, but more politely, right, respectfully. お読みになる. 帰ります。お帰りになる. 会います。お会いになる. So, 部長、新しい社長とお会いになりましたか? お会いになりましたか? So like, manager, sir, ma'am, Have you met the new president yet? So, お会いになります。In the politeful way saying, have you met? 先生はいつも5時にお帰りになります。So, 帰ります turns to お帰りになります because it's sensei, teacher. Teacher always leaves at 5. So this kind of all verb stem になります. You can apply this formula to the other verbs. For the verbs that do not have the special honorific forms, apply this formula to turn them into honorific forms.